Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday again. Boy, that week just zipped on by, didn't it? And because it's Friday, you know what that means. It means it's Fashion Flair Friday. I just had my cousin here visiting with a friend, and we just spent a couple of days just catching up and having a great time and doing some shopping and observing things in stores, doing the typical girl kind of things. Had just a great, great time. So I feel inspired, and I thought I would share some of what I saw because today, what I want to talk about are the five wearable spring trends for 2022. So I hope you're ready. And as I always say, when you pop on, make sure that you say hi so that I know you're here. And if you catch it on replay, make sure you put the hashtag replay in the comment section so that I know you have been here. For those of you that don't know me well, I'm Marian Gelletley. I am a certified image master and stylist, and I have had my practice for now 30 years. So I have seen it all, I have heard it all, and I love continuing to inspire women to find the best version of themselves and to look into the mirror and be happy with what they see. That is definitely my goal. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to make sure that I am seeing the video playing here. And so far, oh, there we go. Yes, I do see it. So if you just joined, go ahead and say hi so that I know you're here. And as we go through today, as I talk about the different trends that I noticed, if it's something that you would want to take a closer look at, go ahead and put a comment in like, colorful dresses, yes. Or, well, I'm not going to tell you what they all are, but at least let me know if you would go ahead and adopt any of these trends as I speak about them. Now, here's my feeling about trends. I am not a big trendy kind of a person in terms of my wardrobe. But I do really believe that number one, trends are things that we should pay attention to each season, even if we are not going to do anything about it. Because I think it just keeps us fresh, keeps us updated, keeps our eyes open to what's happening in a changing market. Secondly, I do think that trends, if they are right for you, if they are the right style, personality, if they're the right coloring, if they're the right fit for your type of a body, definitely can be something that you want to add into your wardrobe at some point, usually the current season, so that it can freshen up your look. So that's how I like to look at trends. I like to pay attention to them, but I also, every once in a while, like to adopt a new trend to kind of shift. And this season, we're seeing a lot of shifting in the wardrobe. Um, so the current emphasis, I would say, for spring is on happy clothes. And I think maybe that's because we're all celebrating that we're not wearing masks and we're getting back out and having some fun. And like I said, I spent a couple of days with my cousin here and her friend, and we had just a great time being the gals together, shopping, having a glass of wine, going out to dinner. So I know all of us are very, very happy about that. So, like I say, this particular season, the focus is on happy clothes. And because of that, what I'm seeing is things are much bolder and much brighter. And so today I'm wearing this royal blue because I think this is a perfect example of, a real strong pop of color. And we're going to see a lot of pops of color this season. So get ready. Now, the last few seasons we've seen a pretty big shift, and I don't know whether you've noticed it, but the skinny jeans and the pointy toe aesthetic that we've had for quite a few years now really starting to shift, and where you're probably noticing that the pant legs are getting a little wider, the jackets are getting a little shorter because the pants are getting a little wider. And it doesn't mean that you can't still wear your skinnies, because we still will be doing that, but the new trend is to move to a wider leg. So that's something you've probably noticed. And because of these changes that we see every once in a while, these are the times that we want to really rethink our wardrobe essentials, and we want to be open to new options. So, what I noticed in the stores is there's every length of skirt, there's every pant, pant rise and pant leg width, and there are dresses of every color, let me tell you, and every pattern. So, five, I think, pretty wearable trends that are right on target right this moment would be number one, the printed dress. Now, what I want to tell you is that I have created above this video, I hope, there is a little descriptor about this video, and there is a link there that will take you to a catalog that I created that will kind of demonstrate all the possibilities for the things I'm going to talk about. So, trend number one is the printed dress. And floral dresses really aren't new for this spring. We've had them for quite some time. This is the time of year where, you know, florals come into view. But I think what makes this unique is that their options are just amazing. So the options and the styles and the prints are ranging from kind of ditzy florals to very bold, splashy ones, from graphics and geometrics to simple stripes and animal prints and ethnic prints and patchwork prints. All of them are in the stores and in catalogs right at the moment. So, what you want to do is to tell me in the comments, would you wear a printed dress of some sort? It can be everything from a mini skirt to a knee length, street length skirt, to a midi skirt, to a maxi skirt. And I'm talking about the dress being, or the skirt being the skirt length of the dress. Um, so go ahead and tell me, would you go ahead and wear the printed dress for spring? And if that is the case, then I'm going to say you need to go to the catalog I've created, look under the category where said the printed dress, and then see some options that I put in there for you. Um, we also, when we wear prints, what I like to teach my students and my clients is that the prints have to be relative to your scale of body and your scale of features. And you have to wear the colors that really work for your personal coloring. So those are things that if you're not quite sure about, those are the kinds of things that I work with my clients on, either through my Empowered Style program or when I work with them one-on-one. So let me check and see if anybody, happy April Fool's Day, Betty, yes. Same to you. And Wendy, yes, your favorite dress was polka dots. That is definitely a pattern. And Patty Camera says, yes, she would wear a printed dress as well. Okay, good. Shifts are fun. I totally agree. I love shifts. I wear them, or I used to wear them a lot. And what I've noticed is because they're so prevalent, or dresses are so prevalent, I'm really going to make an investment this spring, because as those of you know that live here on the Monterey Peninsula, it can get a little chilly. But I think it's always good to have something in the closet that when the weather warms up, or when you go outside of our cool area and into the warm climate, to have something that you really love and it's right for you is important. So printed dresses would be one of those things. So pay attention to the catalog when you go in there and take a peek what I've put in there for you. Okay, the second trend, big trend, is the tweed jacket. Now, you probably are saying, well, that's not new. We've always worn tweed jackets. Well, actually, we haven't worn them. Yes, they were a classic at one time, And I think you can still say they are a wardrobe classic. They've been a wardrobe classic for decades. However, it's back in a big way for spring 2022. What I'm noticing is, again, as I said, because the pant legs are getting a little wider, the jackets are getting a little shorter. However, I did see blazer style tweed. I did see kind of a shacket sort of a look. I saw cropped jackets. I saw everything. And one of the designers that I think does a particularly great job of tweed jackets is Veronica Beard. So check her out. You can find her at Nordstrom's. Well, you'll definitely find her in the catalog there. Several of her jackets I put in the catalog for you to be able to take a look at. Um, you're going to see metallic threads. You're going to see funky buttons on these jackets. You're going to see feminine trims, and you're going to see some pretty bold colors. I was down at one of the local boutiques yesterday, and I mean, like a bright watermelon tweed Veronica Beard jacket that just was like, oh, it is definitely spring. And then I saw another jacket, exactly the same cut, in this beautiful skin tone. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to wear brights if that's not for you, but just know that they're definitely out there in a big way if they are for you. So, the one thing I would say about tweed is that you do have to be careful about getting too much bulk on the body because a tweed definitely will add bulk. So, the fit of a tweed jacket is really important. And there are more subtle tweeds, and then there are just really bold tweeds as well. So, what's going to work for your body? Um, Let's see. I did talk last week, so that would be the March 25th video. I did talk about texture, and of course, tweed is a texture. So you might want to go back. If you didn't see last week's video, check it out, listen to it, and that might help you decide whether tweed is for you or not. But again, it is a big trend. And let me see, is there anyone here that is saying that they would wear tweed? So far, I don't see any comments about tweed. So I wonder whether that means that that's something that would be a trend that you don't want to adopt. That's fine. So, as I said before, just because the stores and just because the catalogs are telling us that these are the trends does not mean that you have to adopt them, but just pay attention to them. So that's all I'm asking you to do. All right, so let's go on to um, the third one. And this is not going away. That's leather pants. Now, it doesn't have to be a real leather. Lots and lots and lots of faux leather out there. And leather and faux leather in color, especially white or cream. I've seen a big trend there. So from joggers to cropped flares to leggings. My goodness, straight leg. I saw a straight leg. I saw a skinny leg. I saw a wide leg. I saw it quilted. So, have fun with it. Um, I think why women love this look is because it can elevate their look very quickly just by changing their pant. Going from, let's say, just a casual slack or even a denim or a jean of some sort and putting on a leather pant definitely elevates the look. And it's a great look for evening, I think, going out to dinner and having fun. So, real and faux and unexpected colors, especially white. But if leather, I think for me, leather feels a little too stifling. I don't like wearing leather, but a coated denim is also sort of a leather like look and gives you the feel of, well, maybe not the feel of, but the look of a leather. So that might be another option for you to consider, a coated denim that looks like a leather. So, will you wear leather? Let me see if anybody has put, Okay, I see a lot of people. Oh, there we go, Barbara. Yes, you want some faux leather pants. Good for you. What color will you do them in? Will you do them in a bright color? Will you do them in white or a neutral? What are you envisioning for yourself? So that's wardrobe or trend number three. And trend number four, I wonder how many are going to do this. I love the look, and it's the asymmetrical top. So it's kind of that one shoulder sort of look where, one shoulder is exposed and the other is not. Now, these tops are just fun. I've seen them, I saw them in patterns, I saw them with big puffy sleeves, I saw them with ruching, I saw them in bra type top styles. Um, but I think that this trend might be something that my younger clients would go for, and maybe my older clients are not going to go for because it does expose maybe more skin than we want to at a certain stage of our life. But the other thing is, too, if you're full busted, this is going to be a trend that's probably going to be a little more difficult because you really do need to wear some, if you're full busted, you need to wear some sort of a bra. And if it's asymmetric and off the shoulder on one side, then you are going to have a little bit of a problem. You'd have to wear a strapless bra, or you'd have to wear a bra with a clear plastic, if you will, kind of a strap. I think for evening though, it's a really fun look, and so consider it. Again, as I say, trends you don't have to adopt them, but at least pay attention to them so you are aware of what's happening in the marketplace. I think that trends can up level and refresh a wardrobe very quickly with one piece. So I'm giving you five pieces today. Now, the fifth trend is the spring knit. Okay, so if you are somebody that loves knits, I'll tell you they are here to stay. And we have, of course, we have relied on them for the last few years for comfort, style, warmth, coziness, all of those things. And so, fortunately, this spring we're going to seeing the knit stay, but we're going to see knits, gosh, in dresses, in suits, not only just in cardigans or slip over sweaters, um, leggings. I saw knit leggings. So maybe not a halter top, but I did see one of those yesterday too. A halter top certainly is an easy update, but maybe not too practical for the majority of us. Color ranges from neutral solids to sorbet stripes to boldly printed versions. And I put several different looks in the catalog for you to actually take a look at. So, do I see anybody here that is going to wear knits? Okay, does it come in black? I'm not sure, Wendy, which are you referring to? Asymmetrical for Barbara sounds great. I love my shoulders. See, perfect for you. Patricia Cameras, not for me. Totally get it. Um, Probably not white, Barbara says. Would have to see what's out there. There are blues, there are pinks, there are yellows, there are oranges. There is kind of a mahogany. Lots of different colors out there. Let's see, somebody just wrote something. And Barbara says she will wear knits. How about anybody else? Are you going to be wearing knits? Wendy Brickman, leatherette pants in black. Oh, yes, they absolutely come in black. Absolutely. Now, the thing I'm going to say is with the leather, you've got to be real, or the faux leather, you have to be really careful about getting the fit right so that they're fitting you right, that they're not, so you don't have any horizontal lines that indicate that they're pulling too much, and that they're fitting over your bum quite well. So they're like a jean in the sense that you really have to spend a little time finding the right fit. And the only way you can really find the right fit is to go into the stores and try things on. Yes, we are all still doing online shopping in a big way, um, but it just means you may have to bring in several pair, try them on, and see what really works for you. Now, I am a big proponent, if you're going to do online shopping, that you really check out the reviews on an item, read them carefully, because it gives you a whole lot of information about how things fit, or why something really works well, or why something doesn't work so well. So pay attention to the reviews on any retailer site so you have a clue as to, should I size up a size? Should I size down a size? Is it true to size? And I don't know if any of you remember, but I created an ebook. It's a free ebook that if you didn't get it, it's called Stylish After 50, The Savvy Woman's Guide to Online Shopping. And it's how to get you ready before you online shop, what to do during your online shopping experience, and then what to do after you've actually done your shopping. So if you did not get a copy of this and you would like a copy of it, go ahead and just direct message me with your email address, and I'll make sure that we get that out to you sometime next week. So let's see, what else did I want to say? Do we have any questions about trends? Um, Barbara, pink. Okay. I want to see those. I want to see a picture. Oh, let's see here. So I'm just checking. I don't see any more comments. I think I told you that sometimes what happens is the comments come through to me after I've actually gotten off of the live, which isn't very helpful at the time. But if you do have any questions about these 5 trends, make sure you go ahead and put them in the comments, and I can always get back to you later and answer any question you may have. But there are other trends. There's no doubt there are other trends out there, but these are the ones that kind of smacked me right in the face, that the ones that are very prevalent, that I saw a lot of in the last couple of days as I was shopping around and having fun with my cousin and friend. All right, Betty asks what to wear on legs if it's a cool evening for a printed dress, what to wear on legs. So it depends on the dress. You can wear anything depending on the style. You can wear a legging underneath it. You can wear an ankle length, cropped legging. You can wear hosiery. You can wear patterned hosiery. You could wear nude hosiery if you wanted, but it's not, it would be a classic. Let's put it that way. So, how can you cover up your legs? Well, doing it with some sort of a legging, as I said, or some kind of hosiery, printed or otherwise. And again, depending on the pattern or the color, you would want to make sure that you're pulling out a color that from the pattern that could work on the leg. Yes, Diane Glim said boots. Absolutely, you could do a boot, and you could do a legging with a bootie. You could do a knee-high boot. You could do an over-the-knee boot. So that's another way for sure to keep the legs warm. So good question. So Betty, are you thinking about that a dress might be something that you're going to try for the cool evening of Monterey, but you're going to do it for spring or even our cool summers here? I think that would be great because I'll tell you, there's a lot out there. So let me just review those 5 spring trends again. The printed dress, the tweed jacket, the leather pant, the asymmetrical top, and the knit spring, the spring knit. So that's it for you. And again, look for the link in my description here for this video. Click on it, it will take you to the catalog, and then you can actually look at all the pictures that I've put in there that I think are representative of what I saw. And you can go ahead and click on any image. It will take you to a retail site. I used bigger retail sites like Nordstrom's and Anthropologie and so on and so forth to just give you an idea. But by all means, always read the description, always read the fabric content, always read the reviews before you do any kind of decision making on whether it's going to be right for you. So just remember, trends are a great thing to follow. They're a great thing to be aware of. It doesn't mean you have to adopt them, but it just gives you a sense of where the market is headed. And I will tell you that if you are going to buy a trend, if it seems like it works for you, buying it earlier in the bell curve, okay, buying it as the trend is going up is going to be a better option because in terms of investment, you're going to be able to wear it for a longer time. What you don't want to do is buy the trend as it's gone over the top and is coming down the finish side. So just think about that if you like something, you're better off buying it, and you might have to pay a little more money for it earlier in the trend, but you're going to wear it for a lot longer. And so that cost per wear really does begin to make sense. So what you will see as things are starting to go off trend or out of trend or out of the marketplace, prices come way down, and that's a signal that it's probably moving out. So that's it for now. And Patricia, you're welcome for a great Flair Friday. I know you love fashion, and so I hope that has been helpful to you. And again, don't hesitate to ask questions, and I will respond. So I will see you back next week. And next week, I'm going to talk about trends in accessories. And you might just note that this happens to be one of the trends, big earrings. Okay, that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye now.